Shabbat Shalom. I don't know how to start this. I have no idea how I'm gonna start this. I'm talking from inside my closet because I don't live alone, and I don't want people to wake up to anything that I'm saying, because they are completely unrelated. They have no idea what I am about to talk about here. So I will refresh my memory and I will explain to you better what happened to me in face of what Israel is going through right now. You're gonna see me in this IDF t-shirt very often from now on, because for moments like this, I always try to convince my Jewish people over there, especially my conversion rabbi, that I know I'm Jewish, because of these supernatural things that happen with me, to me, that calls my attention to Israel, even when I try to completely ignore, like the way I'm living now. If it's not the head cover, you barely know that I'm Jewish, because I go to a Christian church. I still believe in Jesus. That is not going to change, okay? He is a Jewish man. I have the license and I have the right to keep believing in him, and I keep believing in him because I have personal experiences with him since 1993, specifically officially, but I have experiences, with God all my life. But anyways, let me tell you what happened. Monday, October the 2nd, I have a class. So the class is 10 o'clock in the morning. So this girl comes, she's from Sudan, she's Muslim, and I'm not going to say I'm friends with her, but I'm not enemies at all. I talk to her, I talk to everybody in class. So she comes to me in the moment that she walks in. Why in Jewish weddings people break the glass? So we struck this conversation. I lectured her, and as I told you in the other video, this became not a heated argument, because she didn't have anything to answer me about the facts that I was throwing on her. The facts that I threw on her specifically were, that the Jewish temple has been destroyed by many empires before Jesus, and after Jesus, the last empire, the two empires that destroyed the temple were the Romans and the Ottoman Empire, and that the Ottoman Empire is Muslim. And then she said that's not true. And then what is not true? The fact that they are Muslims, or the fact that they were the last ones that destroyed the temple? So she didn't know how to answer, because look, I'm almost 51 years old. This girl is like 20 or I don't know her age. Okay, so she doesn't know history, and I don't blame her, because I didn't know my own history until I was 35 years, almost 35, in 2008. That is when I found out about the Inquisition, the details of the Inquisition, who were the people that came from Portugal to Brazil. Because all my life, what I heard from my books when I was a kid is that the criminals, the worst people from Portugal, went to Brazil. And at 36 almost, that's when I found out that the Jews were expelled from Portugal and Spain, those that did not want to die for their faith, and they accepted the forced conversion to Catholicism, right? So, okay, nobody's forced to know history, but the problem is when the person denies the history because they're being instructed by someone else, and because they're being infused with hatred for people that they have nothing against. In this case, she had an agenda. She came to me. Oh my God, guys, just so you know how serious this is. When Wednesday came, and then my professor warned me that somebody had made a complaint because of a discussion, that she was not present, she doesn't know what it was, and she wanted to know what happened from my side. I didn't know what kind of holiday we were, because I'm so detached. I am so detached from the Jewish community. that all I was aware of was the dates of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Not because I kept the fasting for the Yom Kippur. I did some kind of fasting because I'm always fasting, because life is a battlefield. The life that we live requires constant fasting. That's, one of the teachings of Jesus, right? Some demons only get out by fasting and praying. So, but come back here. When I saw this, I asked my rabbi in Israel, okay, you gotta help me here, because this is happening. This girl is against me. Now the other one, Muslim, she's angry at me. And then the girl that made the complaint, she's following me to the central library and started, talking in Arabic over the phone. So I asked my rabbi, please, what to do? Come here and help me. And he said, look, I will be in the U.S., but I'm too old for that. Even if you want me to go on campus and, have an opportunity to explain, to teach Jewish history for some people, it's not, I don't want to get involved. He said, just calm down, subside and everything. Guys, this was Wednesday. So when I hung up with him, I said, the person that did not advocate for me when I wanted to convert to Judaism is not going to help me now. I'm alone here. There's no Jewish community around me. So you have like this campus full of Muslims, and the ones that are in my class are completely angry about me. So how this is going to spread? How this is going to play out? I'm going to put a target on my back? I'm not gonna do that. That's it. That is provocation. I don't want to provoke hatred. I don't want to say, hey, come here and kill me. It's not that I love my life. God knows that I don't have any love for my life to the point of, I don't want to lose anything that I have here. The problem is I don't want to be the one to cut my life in a way that displeases God. So if I'm about to die because I'm a Jew on this campus, if I'm about to be expelled because people want to judge me and they are looking at everything that I am doing, I it's not that I have the feeling. I know. I observe. When you are being observed, not by your colleagues, some of them, but they're not the problem, but about being observed from professors, from people in authority. The places that I move around on campus, whatever I do on campus is being observed. That is a fact, and I know. And I know because I'm being judged. Because if I am some kind of nutcase that is like talking about religion, some subjects so you cannot talk about. Religion is one, and medical decisions is another one. So you cannot talk about this stuff. But now Israel is at war. But let me tell you, after I hung up with my rabbi, he said to me, he said that if they don't expel me, that I should file a complaint right back against her. And then I said, why would I do that? They don't know. She doesn't know shit about me. She doesn't know fucking shit about me, that I am Christian, that I believe in Jesus, that whatever I did, it was in the past, that there's no Jewish community here. She doesn't know shit about me. She just saw me as a Jewish person, and then I'm the most Jewish that she can see in front of her, and she's making me her target, okay? But she comes with instructions, because she did not start this conversation about breaking glass in Jewish weddings for nothing on Sukkot. The point is, after I hung up with my rabbi, I prayed to God. Of course, I'm always praying, asking for, strategies, what to do, what should I do, how do I feel about all this? And I realized God brought to my knowledge that we are in the middle of Sukkot. I did not know. So Sukkot started on Friday the 29th, and it's going to go until, I think, today. Today's Shabbat, so it's already out. We are out of Sukkot. But this fight, she came in class on Monday morning, starting this conversation on the third day of Sukkot. How more clear I need to be here. But then I can barely sleep. It's not because I'm worried about me only, but the point is the spiritual warfare that we are in. And now I wake up, okay, at 7 a.m. here, And NBC is giving an special because Israel was suddenly attacked in the first hours of Shabbat, and then they explaining everything. So, and this is the 5th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War. Look, I was born in the end of 72, so these dates are so important. So I feel very honored to be in the middle of everything, how God put me in the middle of this, because it's my age, because they are really connecting what's going on now, the level of surprise to the level of surprise of the Yom Kippur War 50 years ago. So I feel so honored. So I don't need family tree DNA to give me back my 14% Sephardic Jewishness. I don't need them to make me feel less Jewish, okay? In days like this, all throughout I know I'm Jewish, but in days like this, that's when God shows the world that yes, I am Jewish. And I am so honored to wear this t-shirt, because the only thing we are defending is our land. The only thing, if you go to Obadiah in your Bible, it's a small prophet that has only one chapter. And in the last verses, I even showed this to one rabbi in Elizabeth when I was there. It mentions the people from Sepharad, and they will inherit, specifically the cities in the south of Israel. So this is all very momentous, very, beautiful that God put me in the middle of this war on my campus and in connection with what Israel is going on through now. So this is us. We are in this together. We are in this together. I just came here to say Israel is at war over there. I am at war here. Not because we have a choice. We are invited to the war by Muslims. And that is a fact. I have to say this on my channel. I cannot go around campus with my IDF t-shirt because I don't want to be a target. They are thousands of them here, and I'm only one here. I don't have an IDF to defend me. So if I go on campus with this t-shirt, I am asking to die. And that is not intelligent, okay? So when you go to war, you need strategies. Even if it's God that is going to win the war for you, like he did on Yom Kippur, like he did in the Bible so many times, when Israel had no way to defend themselves to win any war. And God won those wars for them. So, in Jesus' name, it's a good day to be Jewish, and I'm very happy to be here. We are in this together, and let God, give us the strategies. And, Israel will be surrounded by the whole world against them. So this is one of the promises, right? So I don't know. I'm here all by myself, and the school that hasn't called me yet, hasn't emailed me to any meeting, but I'm sure I'm being observed, and God is helping me, guys, because I don't have anything against anybody. I'm not gonna say that I will, lick the floor that the Muslim students, walking here, but I'm sure I will not discuss. I will not initiate, because I never initiated any political or religious discussion with anybody, okay? So this was a tricky question thrown at me, and it's in such a time as this. So you know what? I'm gonna be more Jewish then. I'm gonna be more Jewish than I have been. I am being lately, because God put me in this. He chose me. He chose me to be in the middle of this, specifically in this week. He couldn't be in another time. And then one thing about God, it's not that you are unprepared, but he always surprises you. So even the war that I'm fighting now, and together with Israel, it was a complete surprise, something that I never planned. And as Israel is taken by surprise, so am I. So shalom, shalom, everything good, all the good vibes. I'm praying for you, pray for me. You please pray for me, because I don't know what's gonna happen here. I need God to sustain me here until he fulfills his goal, because I have the impression that he's gonna use me to educate people, but I don't know what kind of hatred I'm gonna get. If he opens this door, I will walk through this door. I will ask for help from other rabbis that I know that know history better than me. But we have to be living, walking witnesses of what we saw. I saw when I was in Elizabeth a guy that made Aliyah. He used to do campaigns to help IDF soldiers. He was in the reserve of the IDF, and this guy was stabbed when he was 45 years old. Okay, 43. Sometimes I think it's 43, but anyways, the Google says it's 45. He was stabbed, and he was obviously he had his gun. He got up, he shot the guy, and the guy was already with a knife, like this close to another woman. The point is, the more Jews that they kill, more heroes they are, and that is a fact. So I'm saying, like, I saw all this developing in front of me. It's not that I heard. I knew this guy. Okay, he was not from my community, but he came by, and I spoke to him. That is it. That we just defend the land. We just defend the right to exist in the only place in the world that is designated for us. You don't have like many Jewish countries, like you have a full plethora of different Arab countries. We are just that little piece of land, and even that little piece of land we have to share with our enemies that hate us to death. That's the point that I explained to this girl, that all the Arab countries, they want us all in the sea and dead corpses and bodies, and then clean up the whole area so they can take it over, and then they're gonna have the work of Hitler finished, whatever he didn't do it. So shalom, and I hope this video is not raises any red flags. So this is the world that we live in, right? Okay, I'll let you know what happens.